So are the frames important to the pictures?
Sometimes they are. Sometimes I let the peoples make their own frame. You know, they not sometimes not interested in my frame. So they like this picture here. I'm putting the frame on here for somebody. They want a frame on here. I let them worry about it, but they want one of my frames on it, so I put my frame on it, you know. These some guys, you know, waking up every day talking about the same thing, man, in my environment. That's what these guys do. Sometimes some tell me to master this what I see. Things I don't like, I've been seeing them all my life. And now it's kind of getting to me now. And some tell me, learn how to master these peoples, you know, things I see been around me all my life and I'm getting tired of. Some tell me, master that. Don't run away from it. Learn how to master that. You wake up and see the same thing every day in life. And some tell me don't run from that stuff. You know, learn how to master it, man.
What kind of things do you see here in your neighborhood?
I see. I don't want to talk about it too, you know, because, well, I see the, you know, the have and the have not. I'm gonna speak like that. I don't say nothing because I got friends. I got friends and all like that, and I just, you know, I paint and mind my own business. But things I see, you know, I just. What bugs me, this is the richest country in the world, you know? The richest country in the world. That's what you know. I don't want to talk because I know the capitalistic system. When I look at the church don't pay no tax. I got sense enough to know this, all kind of in this capitalistic system, you know? I got sense enough to know this, you know, and I want some of them to know that watch me all their life and watch me paint and think I'm weird. When I look at them, I say they're part of the bullshit too, you know. When I say part of the bullshit, some of this when churches all barred up and bars all on the damn churches, you know, and the world getting worse. You know, the world getting worse. You know, the way I see the world. Now, I know I got sense up to know, because friends tell me, it's some countries that puppets to America that I disappear. Because what I paint, that's why I disappear. You know? Because America got puppets just like everybody that other, you know. But see, sometimes I don't say nothing. You got puppets. You got puppets just like it, you know. You know? They're like the Soviet Union. You got puppets, you know. And I feel good while I'm living in America. I ain't never asked them for nothing, never will. It's the way I feel. The way I feel. When I get to there, sure I pray. You know why I look up there in the sky and pray? Because when I was a young man, I ain't been no angel, but I ain't never robbed nobody. I knew they got something on there where I robbed somebody getting to bother me. I ain't never robbed nobody. The man let me stay in his place. His video still there and everything still. If y'all want to know that, you know, I ain't never robbed nobody. But they got that to my art show that where I robbed somebody. I ain't never robbed nobody. I broke it in. I was about 22 years old. It didn't bother me, man. But see, a lot of people never seen me and think just because I live in Miami, I'm a throwback. That's what they think. I ain't never mess with drugs. I got a little look. Got a little look out silk now and then. Got a little look. I ain't never bought no drugs. I've been all around it. I ain't never bought no drugs. But a lot of people ain't never seen me. That's why I went in Virginia, Williamsburg, Virginia. I slept with Thomas Jefferson, slept in the little hut. And when I walk all around that village, I didn't know slavery was going on. Thomas Jefferson tried to talk to some of the masters, and they didn't want to listen. They thought slavery was all right. A lot of things I know, I keep my mouth shut and paint. I like wild horses, man. I don't like no horses with the race horse guys. And they, you know, I paint race horses. You know, what the Spaniards done left. That's what I like. I ain't interested in no damn horse cost $1 million. Not. I like racing horses. I like stuff like that, you know. Wild horses, what nature don't put here, you know. That's what I like. The same way I see a mutt dog. See, people got dogs cost $1,000. I just like an ordinary mutt sometimes. A dog right in the city, man, a mutt. I believe you could teach a mutt to do anything. So same with these horses, these wild horses. Sometimes I paint a black horse following a white horse. I like to do that sometimes. One black horse following a white horse. You know, I do that. You know. I like sometimes I get in here and paint for days, man. You know, sometimes I get tired. Sometimes I don't feel like painting. Sometimes I don't feel like painting. I just, you know, I got cloth. I got different stuff to work with, and sometimes I go to my friend girl's house and paint at night 'cause I get tired and locked up sometimes. So I goes and to my friend and sketch. Sometimes I sketch. I don't do nothing but sketch. I do these, because doing the protesting and doing the sit-down, I've been doing figures ever since, man. I do figures sometimes, you know, each figure knocking the other figure down, each figure, sometimes I put the figure talking, you know, and each figure trying to, you know, each one of them trying to protest, trying to show the establishment something, you know. And I do these figures, man. I do them, you know, and it's a feeling I have when I do them, you know. Each figure, you know, one trying to get up there and trying to talk to the system. I do that. You know. That's a city, that's a railroad, guy riding on top of the railroad, angels, you know, blessing them. And, you know, during in the 70s, a lot of blacks migrate to Kansas and everything. And some angels locked up, man, because what they locked up was something they come down to help man on earth, and they got locked up. Say, them Quakers, you know, yeah, a lot of white people didn't believe in slavery called Quakers. And that's some always paint Quakers, you know. They're like Malcolm X made a statement and said, man, you got good white people, you know. And he called one guy, he called a guy he called John Brown. He said, you know, he said they got good white people, and he called John Brown. So my mind always be on the quickers. I paint white angels, black angels. I paint white angels with the halo because the white people mostly buy my art, you know. And the black folk tell me I'm going to heaven and all this, and I don't get no help, you know. But I'm just saying that's why I paint white angels. You got good white people. I'm talking about what I'm not listening to some black guy shit, you know. I'm just saying they got good white people, you know, because Malcolm X said that. So you got good white people, and that's why, and you got a lot of white people jeopardize their life for slavery, you know. They didn't believe in slavery, and some of them got killed. Well, I done this because I looked in the textbooks one day. When I looked in the textbook, I find out how guys paint they feeling on walls in Chicago and Detroit, a wall of respect. See, and the wall going on in the world and everything. I just pick up a paintbrush and learn how to paint. Hell, common sense told me that each brush means something. And I just started painting, you know, paint the wall going on, and angels, and Isaac Hayes, you know. They're like that guy done, you know, they're like they done in Chicago. In a mirror painting. I ain't never know nothing about mirror paintings. And I start, you know, painting mirror paintings, the wall going on, and I just started painting. I ain't never know about mirror painting. I just started painting the whole wall, finding wood, finding stuff. People come by and I take it down and sell it to them. And a lot of these painters, city of Miami, say they throw them away. I want to know why they throw away my art, you know? Why you throw away my art, letting me know, you know? And I heard rumor that a certain guy got my paintings, you know. And well, I'm gonna take City of Miami to coat about my artwork because I didn't ask y'all to throw away my artwork. You ain't must let me know about my artwork. You ain't let me know. No, I'm living in this system where the rich get rich and the poor get poor, and that's my artwork. And I believe the City of Miami had no business throwing away my artwork. A friend of mine told me when I went on a tour, a certain guy got my artwork. I believe they have my artwork. And somebody told me if I say something, they're going to destroy them. I feel like this. Hell, if I can't enjoy none of the pie, you won't enjoy none of the pie. This my artwork. If they have an art show all up north, and I went in Virginia, and they got my damn artwork, I'm going to take them to court. And nobody told City of Miami to throw away my artwork, neither. They didn't let me know nothing. They supposed to keep them from me.
What happened with the project?
They supposed to keep them from me, store them from me. And when the lawyer went there, when the damn lawyer went there and asked about my artwork, they said they threw them away. And I'm gonna fight about my artwork. You ain't had no business throwing away my artwork. In your capitalistic system, and I see the rich get rich and the poor get poor, and you throw away my artwork. I paint both. Both peoples, you know, people's on the boat, you know, traveling, and the ocean. They boat people. I'm some of the angels around the boat peoples, and it's just something I do, you know. I paint the boats, you know, and I paint them struggling and friend asked me why I don't paint some of the boats turn over. Sometimes I don't like to do that sometimes, you know. I could practice it and paint a boat turning over, you know, because some of them do turn over. And these angels, the boat, and sometimes I try to work with a slave boat, you know, how a slave boat look, you know. I like to go back in time and do things. Yeah, and sometimes I just paint the ocean sometimes. Sometimes I just do the ocean, you know, just paint the ocean and birds in the ocean. And then when that feeling hit me, I do books. And sometimes I do giant books. I like to do giant books. And sometimes I might repaint a picture because I don't want them look alike, you know. Some of them look alike, so I just rearrange them, you know, because this one kind of zoomed out. So what I might do, put some landscaping. Sometimes I take an art book with me and look at the old masters, how they paint, how close they together, like this painting here, how close together, you know. When I look in an art book somebody give me, and I get ideas from the old masters, you know. The old masters, I get ideas, you know. I look at the old masters and watch how close the peoples is, and how I practice a lot. Practice a whole lot. Yeah. I'm doing something on paper now, you know. Probably come back tomorrow, let it dry. Sometimes I just paint figures, and sometimes I paint in the book. Sometimes I like to, you know, take my drawings with me. I can't sleep at night and just draw and glue. I'm always drawing. I can't sleep, you know. I just sit up at night and just sketch and glue. Kept paper home with me, lock up, and I like this, you know, because hell, sometimes I stay locked up in here, I forget what day it is and everything, man. I got a TV, but hell, I got to come out. I want to hear people. I got to walk around and look at people, man. Stay in here, you know. Then sometimes I want to get away from it all. I come in here and lock up. And I have paint a dream one time. I was to my partner, Seagull, play. And I seen this chicken laying an egg up on the table, 'cause like Seagull live in a place, you know, like where I was staying, the outdoors, you know, your dough, you know, you don't have no dough. And the chicken would lay the egg on top of the dresser drawer. I said, something young, if you paint that, ain't nobody gonna believe that a chicken, but maybe the chicken laid the egg up on the dresser drawer because the raccoon gonna you know, or the possum gonna eat the eggs. Soon when I painted that picture with some eggs up on the dresser drawer, somebody bought it. You know, I said, damn. Sometimes I paint my dream. Sometimes. I paint my dream.
What's your favorite kind of music?
Yeah, I'm gonna say prefer jazz, you know. Some of it I can't understand some music, but I can, you know, joke, you know, and I like jazz, man. Classical music sometimes, you know, and that's what you know. Sometimes I like rock and roll sometimes, but I prefer jazz, you know. You know, music just something I like, you know. I had to teach myself to like this electronic music, man. Somebody told me, so I got to change with time. And sometimes it bugs me when I see a dude with an electric home, electric, you know, and everything electric, man. Not no real music to me, you know, but somebody...
What is real music?
Like you started years ago, like, you know, just playing, you know, like the old-fashioned way. But they got all this electronic stuff, man. You can make music with a pewter, you know. You know, it's just something. I know this guy got a synthesizer and he, you know, playing and everybody tells me, you know, it's not like the old music. So I teach myself to kind of like jazz with electronic jazz. I get used to it. Damn, I love a brush, man. I love a brush. I love a brush. I love them little brushes which you can put detail in it and all that. I love a brush the same way that musician, when I seen him playing his violin, and man, I said, some say, you know, I bet he like his home. And one day I want to do me a sympathy, paint a whole sympathy. Well, it takes time to do that. Take time to paint a sympathy. Sometimes I get in a bag where I'm painting Christ. I'm talking to Christ. I'm do that because I like Rembrandt. I like Rembrandt. I like Rembrandt, Van Gogh. I like that. I like Rembrandt. I looks in art books and get ideas. I like looking at art books. Look at art books, get ideas. Some days I can think, some damn days I can't, man. I get some riding bike, look. I look at some of them drawings, I look. Sometimes that feeling hit me and I paint Christ. I paint, you know, and I paint like John the Baptist, how he was telling, you know, this guy, that lady cut John the Baptist's head off, all kind of stuff, you know. And as I get older, man, and you see the wrongdoing, and sometimes I wonder if that fairy tale, you know, what? Is it fairy tale? But I always look up there and say, you know, hey, man, I'm only human. And I don't know when he going to call me or nothing like that. I don't know when he going to call me. Sometimes I get a good damn feeling. Paint look like something just want me to do this, man. I don't know what it is. You know, it's like some just shit, man. Just when that feeling hit me, man. Sometimes it hit me, man.
How often do you leave the city?
I just left three times in my life. So I must have been here, but every time I go, I don't want to come back though. You know, I just see something different. I see some other cities remind me of Miami. I was in Chattanooga, and I went to the part of Chattanooga. And sometimes when you see one city, it look like you've seen them all. I seen a part, a section, maybe think of Miami, you know. And with the blues, I went with blues singers, you know. Remind me a lot of Miami. And Bessie Smith, I think that's where she was from, Chattanooga. Look at some rivers, what I seen on National Geographic, rivers.
What do you think of Miami?
Well, I born here. I don't, I'm getting tired of it. I born here. I'm more famous other places than here. I'm not into drugs. I'm not into, some friends of mine tell me, there's some painters just like me. They more famous far away, but not in their home.
Right.
And they don't talk to me about art, and I don't talk to them. You got to accept me as a painter. But I don't even much say nothing. I don't have nothing to say. You don't accept me as a painter, so I guess, I just don't have nothing to say.